The Bermuda Triangle, a name that sends chills down the spine. For decades, it has been shrouded in mystery, fear, and wild speculation. Some whisper that it is the underwater headquarters of Dajjal, the false messiah. Others claim it is the floating throne of Shaitan, the devil himself. And many believe it is the secret control room of the Illuminati, pulling the strings of the entire world from beneath the waves. But is there any truth to these terrifying claims? Or is it all just a grand illusion? Let's dive deep into the abyss and uncover the real story behind the world's most infamous patch of ocean. Our journey begins not in modern times, but 500 years ago. The world was a very different place. The Ottoman Empire was the undisputed superpower, controlling trade routes between Europe and the East. At the same time, Muslims ruled Spain with pride and power. But then, everything changed. The King of France launched a brutal attack on Muslim Spain. Thousands of innocent Muslims were slaughtered. Witnessing this oppression, the Ottoman Sultan took a drastic decision. He closed all trade routes from Europe to India and China. This was a catastrophic blow to Europe. They relied entirely on these routes for spices, silk, and food. Suddenly, famine and poverty gripped the continent. People were starving in the streets. Desperate times called for desperate measures. In Spain, a daring navigator named Christopher Columbus approached the king with a plan. He would sail west across the vast unknown ocean to find a new path to India. The king agreed, and Columbus set off with 3 massive ships. As Columbus sailed deeper into the Atlantic, he entered a region that would later be known as the Bermuda Triangle. At first, everything seemed normal, but then a terrifying phenomenon occurred. Columbus pulled out his compass to check his direction, and to his horror, the needle began to spin wildly, completely out of control. He looked up and saw a strange glowing light dancing on the horizon where the sea met the sky. Columbus was terrified, but he managed to navigate through the treacherous waters and reach the shores of America. He is often considered the only man to have survived a passage through the heart of the triangle. Years passed. The legend grew. Another ship entered the same waters. The captain spotted a vessel drifting in the distance. As they approached, they realized it was a ghost ship. The decks were covered with belongings, clothes, and half-eaten meals, but there was not a single soul on board. The captain sent a few of his bravest men to investigate. As soon as they set foot on the eerie vessel, a monstrous storm erupted from nowhere. The ships were torn apart by the raging waves. The next morning, the captain found the ghost ship once again, but when he boarded it, his own men had vanished. They had simply disappeared into thin air, leaving only their personal belongings behind. The horror didn't stop there. A few years later, a massive U.S. Navy vessel carrying 300 armed sailors sailed into the Bermuda Triangle and vanished without a trace. No distress signal, no debris, no survivors. It was as if the ocean had swallowed them whole. Then came the most famous incident of all, Flight 19 during World War II. 5 advanced fighter jets were on a routine training mission over the triangle. Suddenly, their compasses malfunctioned. The lead pilot radioed the base in panic. "I don't know where we are. I don't know how to get back." The pilots argued fiercely over the radio. One screamed, "We must go east." Another yelled, "No, head west." Confusion and fear took over. Finally, the commander's voice crackled through the radio for the last time. "All planes, close up tight. We are all going down together." And then, silence. The 5 planes were never seen again. These 4 terrifying stories spread across the world like wildfire. Everyone was asking, what dark force lurks beneath those waters? Is it the lair of Dajjal, the throne of Iblis, or a secret alien base controlling humanity? But wait. Let's look at the cold, hard facts. First, Columbus's compass malfunction. Is that supernatural? Absolutely not. It is pure science. The Earth has magnetic fields, and in certain areas, these fields become distorted. This happens not just in Bermuda, but also in the icy waters of Russia, the coast of Canada, and the shores of Africa. It's a common geological phenomenon. What about the ghost ship with the vanished crew? That story is complete fiction. It was an urban legend, a myth written down in a local newspaper article 20 years after the incident allegedly occurred. There is zero historical evidence to support it. It was just a spooky tale made up by bored sailors. What about the Navy ship with 300 men? Investigations later revealed that a critical cylinder had cracked inside the ship, causing it to flood and sink. It was a mechanical failure, not a supernatural attack, and the famous Flight 19. The pilots were young, inexperienced trainees. They lost their bearings, flew far out over the ocean, and ran out of fuel. When the tanks hit empty, the planes simply fell into the sea. No magic, no aliens, no demons. In fact, statistically, the Bermuda Triangle is not even particularly dangerous. Over the past 500 years, only about 50 ships and 20 planes have gone missing there. That is a tiny number compared to other parts of the world. For example, the Indian Ocean has witnessed 10 times more shipwrecks in the same period. If you look at a modern shipping map, thousands of vessels pass through the Bermuda Triangle every single day without any trouble. It is a perfectly normal, bustling sea route. So if it's so normal, why is it so famous? The answer is simple: Hollywood. The disappearance of Flight 19 happened during the golden age of cinema in America. Hollywood directors and magazine writers were desperate for money and attention. They took the tiny kernel of truth and blew it up into a massive, sensationalized mystery. A writer published a book claiming aliens were hiding in the depths. That book sold a staggering 15 million copies. Then came the movies, showing planes being abducted by UFOs. The legend was born. Eventually, this sensationalized story traveled to our lands, India and Pakistan. Our people, known for their love of adding drama, spiced it up even more. Someone claimed Dajjal is hiding on that island. Another said, this is where Shaitan sits on his throne. A third insisted the Illuminati control the whole world from here. Some even bizarrely claimed that Imam Mahdi would appear from the Bermuda Triangle. None of this has any basis in reality. It is just folklore, mixing Western pop culture with local superstitions. The purpose of telling you this is not just to debunk a myth, but to teach a crucial lesson. In this age of AI, deepfakes, and viral misinformation, we cannot accept every piece of news that reaches us. The Quran instructs us clearly: when news comes to you, verify it thoroughly before spreading it. Don't be like the ancient people of Mecca who blindly believe stories brought by travelers without question. Let's stop believing in ghosts and start believing in facts. The Bermuda Triangle is not a gateway to hell. It is just a patch of water filled with fish and ships. Just like any other ocean, the real mystery is not what lies in the ocean, but why we choose to believe in fairy tales over evidence. Next time you hear a crazy story, pause, research, and think. The truth is often much more boring, but it's also much more important to hold on to. So, the next time someone tells you about Dajjal hiding in the Bermuda Triangle or aliens pulling the strings from the deep, pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I believing a story or am I believing the truth? Remember, the real magic isn't in the ocean, it's in our minds. We love mysteries because they make life exciting, but in a world flooded with fake news and clickbait, the bravest thing you can do is question everything. Don't let anyone hypnotize you with fairy tales when the reality is just a Google search away. The Quran didn't tell us to be blind followers. It told us to be seekers of knowledge. If this video made you think, if it opened your eyes even a little, then drop a like and share it with someone who still believes in ghost ships. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a truth bomb. And most importantly, drop a comment below. What's the craziest myth you've ever believed? Let's expose the lies together, one video at a time. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and always chase the truth, because the truth is the only light that can never be swallowed by any triangle.